Okay, guys, welcome back, YouTube. Everybody, and welcome back. Now, this is Jimdel-Edu once again. Now, let's go straight to part 4. We did, and then if you do not watch all the previous videos yet, please do so. And go back, watch the introduction, part 1, part 2, part 3. Now, this is part 4. Now, what I'm going to do, as you can see here, we have the title to see what we're working on. Also, we have the app, the chat here widget, and now if you click on it, there is it's not open. Okay, and now we will add some code to open it. To do so, I want you to open your live support chat.js, which is the JavaScript file, and we will continue with our coding. And go back, open your code editor, and open your live support chat.js, and this is where we left, part 3. Now this is part 4. This is the end of a constructor. Okay, let me put it this way. Now what I'm going to do here, this is the first thing we are going to do. We are going to open the chat widget. Also, we have to close the chat widget. And then after that, what we are going to continue to do, I will continue add some code where if, for example, if the user is on the first tab, okay, we have to hide the previous tab button. Okay, this is like that. And then after that, guys, next thing, also if the user is on the login form tab as well, we have to remove all the secret code, the cookie for the logout. Okay, and if user is using the is on the first tab, we have to close the previous tab and so on. First thing, let open the chat widget. Also, let close it, and then let continue. And here, okay, let me show you here. I'm going to add some comment for you. And remember, this is what I said. I said let me put the comment. Private. Okay, keep it simple. Open the chat. Open the chat widget. Okay. We started from here, and let me do this way. Okay, this is where we left here, and then we start from here. Okay, all right, now let me I think it's probably okay. The first thing I'm going to say open. Okay, like this. Let's open the chat widget like this. Okay. We need a style. Okay. All right. Now we are going to, now we're working on to open the chat widget. Let me show you once again. When you click on it, you have to open it. But one thing we have to do, make sure we animate the chat widget. So we need animation. It should be let's see if we take this one. Animate the, it should be inside of the container. Should be I'm going to say this is yeah, bounding client. Okay. Open. Yes, now because you want to open it. Okay. And then Now let's close it. This block of code is to open it. Now we need another block of code to close it. When it's open, to close it. Okay, and now let's close it. Okay. Okay, let's close it. The container class list. You have to remove everything. It was open. Now we have to. Okay. That the status should be. Yes. Okay, now done with this two block of code. Let me increase this so that you can see. Okay, now next we have to select the chat tab. Okay, now how we're gonna do that? I'm going to say you have to select the chat tab, and that's why we have to use yeah. Okay, let's continue. Okay, select yeah, select the chat tab, select a chat widget tab. Okay, now this value, this is we have to, if there's any variable, of course we will get some variables, so we have to update them. This is why I'm going to say current like this. Okay, and then using query that useness query selector or chat widget tab. So this guy right here, and then that for each element. Okay. Okay. And for each element, let's go to the next line. Let's do it this way. Bring this down. Okay. And continue that. Partially transform. Okay, again this time is not translate x. Okay, pass the PHP value here. Okay. Let's see, should put a semicolon at the end here. Let's see, this match with this. Let's see if not missing something here. This is opening, closing for element. This is opening, closing. This is the here. We need to add one more here. Yeah, we need a percent solid the closing. Nope. Yes, is the closing for, yeah, this is the this one is for this closing. Okay, now that's what I was saying before. If the user, okay, if the user is on the first page, on the first tab, we have to hide the previous tab button, okay. And I'm going to say hide the previous tab button like this, and container, okay. Okay. Okay, and what I'm going to do, let me decrease this and move this right here. And okay, I'm going to decrease it one second and add the rest of the code. It's a block. None, like this. Okay. Okay. Now let's continue. Okay. Now we have to, one more thing, if during the conversation we have to update the conversation for the ID variable. Okay. Now I have to say update the conversation right here. And for this I'm going to say if, okay, equal to, and if value equal 1, and then value 1 equal value 2, and then this conversion ID should be conversation ID here. Okay, this, remember we have this, and then bring this down. Shift key, bring this down right here. Okay, and then let me increase this, okay, a little bit. All right, now if the user is on the login form tab, we have to remove the cookie for the logout. Okay, now for this reason, this is where I'm going to say remove the remove the cookie right here. And to do so, I'm going to say if value, okay, not this container, because you have to remove it's logout user right here. Okay, and then bring this closing up. Okay, bring this up, and then go here. I want you to go here. All right. Okay. Now, what we're going to do next, guys. Now after getting the select, we open the chat widget, we close the chat widget, and also we select the chat widget tab. And now to allow all this value to run, and I'm going to use the get and set method. Okay, now if you save everything to see what we get so far, and go to file saver and go to our browser, refresh it, and click here, as you can see, and remove. Always remember to clear your browsing, your browser cache. I'm going to clear mine for 24 hours, and I'm going here and refresh again and click. Okay, nothing yet because we need more code. Yeah, and to do so, now this is where I'm going to use the get. The first one is get method. Okay, get method. This is what we are going to use to access all the option inside of the constructor. What I mean by that, let me show you. Inside of the constructor, let me show you. Inside of the constructor, we have our default option. So we have our PHP directory. We have our URL, status item, and so on. We have conversation ID, and we have notification. We have all this to get access to get all this info and send them to the admin panel. Okay, so that the admin can see everything. And that's what I'm going to use the get method and set method. Okay, the first thing I'm going to say, remember the get PHP, but in one word. Okay, right here, like this. Okay. All right. So for using this, and then there should be a return options. Okay, the return option should be when you say get. Okay, you get the in one word, and then that's why you should return the PHP directory URL. Also, let's also yes. Okay, let's continue. Let's okay. Yeah, we got the options with this that options PHP. This is this one right here. Okay, and then if you got get method, I have to use the set PHP. This guy right here, and then we have to pass the value right now. Okay. Options, that the same thing. All right, and then it should equal to value. All right, now another get. Now get current chat widget tab. Okay, now remember every time you get, you have to return a value. You got this that options for the get, the return should be current, this guy right here. Okay, and then we need a set current chat widget tab, and then we have to pass the value, this that options. Okay, and then this is the one right here, should equal to value. Okay, let me increase this so that you can. Okay, and then now we have as I put the now let's take go back with get, but let's go back and show you something. Swap, Now I'm going to take the, we have here, and then let's take the conversation ID at this time. Okay. Okay. Return option that nope, not this one. Conversation ID. Okay. Now we need with the set method conversation ID right here, and pass the value now. This is how, yeah, let and then after conversation ID we need get the, let me show you, let me scroll up. Oh, sorry guys, let me scroll up and show you. We have to take the files, and after the files we have to take the container from here, because we have to open and then take the container. Also we have to take the status. Okay, let's continue. Now here we have to take the files. Yeah, I'm going to say get file, and remember return that option, that file. Okay, and also set. Okay, file this that options. Okay, for files, when you say set this that option file equal value. Okay, let me make it bigger and bigger. Okay, now we got the get container. Okay, and return container. That's a given conversation. Sorry. The this that option that container right here. Okay. Also set container value. Value. Okay, and now let's go to the get the status. Return. Okay. Okay. Set value. Oops. Oh, oops. Okay. Now and then after status, let me show you what next. Let's scroll up, and we need conversation. Okay, we need a conversation. We need conversation. We need notification. Also, we need one by one, guys. We need auto login, auto login, conversation, we need the notification, and okay. Now, let's get to the any notification. Okay, and return. Oh no, sorry. Return this. That's options, not notifications. Okay, and then we have to set our notification value, and this dot options dot notifications equal value. Oops. Okay. Now, remember I told you let's get the auto login. Okay. Get auto login, and we have to okay, auto login. Let's see for the status container, get return. Okay, and put a semicolon for get auto login. Yes, return this that options that auto login. Now let set our auto login here. Set should get every set should get a value. Remember, set value. Value. Okay. Set value. And then options that now we can take this auto login and then should equal to value. Okay. Now let's go back and let's go and click on file, save everything. Let's go to our browser and refresh it to see what we got so far. Now, okay, click here, refresh, click here, nothing yet. The reason why, let me click clean. Okay, clean my browsing car still. Okay, and refresh. Here, nothing yet. The reason why you don't see any result yet, it's because, guys, we need something to make everything work. Okay, we need event handlers. We need something to handle everything. Okay, and then to make them work in order to get the result. So the event that I'm going to use the event handler method just to we have to add the event to all of our chat widget, or just to make the interaction. Okay, and then let continue. Okay, and okay, I'm going to say now put event handlers. Okay. Okay, now let's use the event handler to make everything work easily. Okay, that's how I would say event handlers are a function. Okay. Alright, guys, now let's continue. Now we have to open the chat widget. If I put something like open the chat, the event handler, we can open it. Okay, now to do this, I'm going to say that it's for open chat widget button, but it should be on click. Let me show you. When you click here, it should be open. Okay, that's why I say on click. On click. Event. All right. Okay, and then remember to add a semicolon here. All right. Remember to add a semicolon here. All right. Now let's go inside, this is what I'm going to say event dot. Okay, and this guy right here. Okay, bring this up and then click here, bring this down, go to the next line. Now if we open the, remember the first time for the at the top, when you open the chat widget, now we have to close it inside of the event handler. That's why I'm going to say close button. We have to close the button on click as well. Okay, for the event handler. Okay, to do this, I'm going to use the if statement. If the container close, yeah, this guy. Okay. Go here, on click, equal event. Okay, and then now if we open it, make sure, let's say I'm going to say now we're done, and then we have to close the chat thing. And by saying this dot close chat widget like this, and then remember to put a semicolon. Put a semicolon here, and then here, this is put a semicolon here, go here, and then bring this down. Now, okay, now what we're going to do next is now remember the previous tab. For the previous tab, we have to be able, you should be able to go, the user should be able to go back on the previous tab. Okay, there should be a button, and then we can go on the previous tab, and then that's why I'm going to say previous tab button inside of the event handler. And to be able to go back, and that's why I say if not for the container. Okay, right here, and okay, let me increase, oops. Okay, now, and then I say if, and then do this, okay, should be on click as well. Bring this down. Okay. All right. and then don't forget to put a semicolon here. Okay, don't forget to put that semicolon, guys. Put the semicolon here, and then now, and then put semicolon here, and then from here you go to the next line. Okay, now next, what's next? For the new chat button on click event handler. Okay, now we need a new chat button. If you're done, for example, you're done with your previous chat, and then you want to start, go back and start a next chat, and there should be a button. You should be able to do that too, and that's why we have to. I'm going to say create a new chat button. Okay, but it should be on click, by the way. Yeah, new chat button, it should be on click. Okay, now to do so, and I'm going to use the if statement. Do this like this, container that query selector. At this time, I'm going to use the chat. This should be now. I'm going to set here right now. Okay, guys. Now we have to iterate the conversation and add the on-click event handler to each element. Okay, that's why I'm going to say iteration the conversations. Okay, iteration the conversation, and to do so, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say if, using the if statement, this that container that query selector here. Okay, chat widget user. Okay, and this guy here, for each element. Okay, like this, and don't forget to put a semicolon here, and let's go from the inside. All right, now we have to use that. We have to get the conversation. Now, to get the conversation, guys, and okay, let's get the conversation. Remember to put a semicolon at the end of here too. To get the conversation, I'm going to say get conversation. Oops. Element that data set ID, like this. Okay, and then we have these three closing. Go after that, and let continue. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to make sure that the login form exists. Okay, we have to check if the login form exists. Login form Now I have to make sure our login form exists, and to do so I'm going to use the if statement. Let me from here. Let's say that's our query selector. Okay. Okay, what I want you to fix, guys, on here, iteration the conversation right here, if this container that query selector, I want you to add something after that. It should be query selector all, like this. Okay, I want you to fix it. It should be query selector all. Okay, and yeah, let's continue here. If this that container query selector, that one is okay, and chat widget login tab space and put form right here. Okay, as a function. Okay, now make sure we submit our login form. Now we have to submit our login form. This is where I'm going to say container that query selector here, and chat widget login tab. If we take this and then put a space, make sure we put form after that, and it's supposed to be on submit, because that's to submit the form. And let me put submit login form right here. It's supposed to be on submit like this. Event. Oops. Okay. All right. And then now supposed to be event first. Put event, yes. Put event. Now let's now I'm going to authenticate the user. Okay, now let's authenticate the user. To authenticate the user, this is how I'm going to with this that authenticate one word user. No. Widget login, yes, and then put space. Oops. We need the form. Okay, and go here on the first closing parenthesis, put a comma here, space, and data. All right. All right, so don't forget to add a semicolon here. Okay, now let's go from the inside. We can click here and then okay, go to the next line. Now if the response, now if in case of the operator is online, and then let me show you what's going to happen. It should show the password field. Okay, if the response include the operator string, for example, and then to display that, I'm going to say if data that include message login required. Okay, let me put this inside of the single code. Okay, oh, it should be put a single quote. We're going to say message login and required, like this. Okay. Now we have to show the password field. Container that. Now put the message. Okay. Okay. Now this one is double. I have to remove one. Let me increase this so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I have to remove one, and so go next. Name equal password. Placeholder. Your password required. Okay, let me make this smaller. I think it should, yeah, I think it's this is the opening right here, and then is the opening, and then put a semicolon at the end of this. Let me make this smaller again. Okay, I think it's okay. And then now, guys, this is where I'm going to create a else statement here. Okay, let me move this. Make it smaller again. Now you see, okay, this is a one line of code. Okay, and it is a parenthesis closing. This is the opening. This is the if, where we started the if. This is the where we close it. And go next. This is where I'm going to use the else if data include. Okay, message. Now create success. Okay, in case if the message and create a success for the like let's say the authentication is success, and now we have to fetch the conversation. To fetch the conversation, so I'm going to say fetch the conversation to fetch. Okay, and I'm going to say this fetch conversations. Okay, all right. Now let's continue. Yeah, fetch conversation. Now we have to update the status to be waiting. Now, and then once we update the status, we have to make sure we set the user to wait. We have to that's when we have to notify. We have to notify the user. We have to notify the user to do so. I'm going to say notify the user. I have to say this, that container, that query selector Okay, that this one notify the user with the conversation, and I'm going to pick this one. Okay, and it should get tab, this one with tab. Okay, and bring the one down, and where I'm going to create a div. Okay, create a div and bring this down. The first one, pass a class, I'm going to call it chat. For the one with messages, right here, and I want you to go down here. Okay, the one with message right now, right here. Please wait. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Yes. And then here, put a semicolon here. Okay, guys. Now, so far, so good. Next thing we are going to work with, well, now we're almost done. Let's update the conversation tab content. Now we are going to update the conversation tab content. And then now I want you to go here. Remember the closing right here, semicolon. Go after that, go to the next line. Okay, that's why I add here. Now we have to update the conversation. To update the conversation, this is how. Go with the one with conversation tab right here. Okay, now we have to update it, the one with conversation tab, and go here in HTML. Now we have to execute the conversation. Okay, that's that event handlers. Now now we have to transition the we have to transition the conversation. Remember we did that. Oops, let me add this. Okay, remember to add a semicolon here. Okay, add a semicolon here, and then here, this closing bracket here, this is where I'm going to create a else statement, else if data that includes, okay, message success. If the data include message success, what I'm going to do, I have to authenticate, make sure I got the success message, and then execute the Ajax request to retrieve all the user conversations. That's what I'm going to do right now. But to do so, I'm going to say this, that, and then to get my the user conversation, to retrieve the user conversation, I have to fetch the conversation with, of the data, and this is what I'm doing right now. Okay. Alright. Remember to put a semicolon here. Let's go from the inside. Let's go from the inside. We said that fetch, and now we have to update the status. Okay. And then next, what I want to do is to update the conversation table tab content. All right, and to do so, I'm going to say container this is the one with conversation tab, and okay, now I have to execute the conversation handler function. Now let me put this now we have to execute the conversation. To execute the conversation, I have to do this. Okay, event handlers. Okay, and then also I have to transition transition to the conversation table. To do so, I'm going to say this dot select chat widget tab. This one too. Okay. Remember to put a semicolon here, and then here I'm going to use a else statement. Okay. I'm going to use the else statement. The else statement will be our last block of code. The else statement represent, guys, the authentication of, if the authentication fail, we have to show the error message on the form. If there is any authentication, if the authentication fail, the user try to log in and then interact with the admin or the operator from the message. And now if there is something happening, okay, during the authentication, so we have to show the error message from there. And this is why I use the else statement here. And okay, let me put this so that you can see. Add here authentication fail, comma, I can say display the error message. Display the error message on the form, by the way. Okay, now go to the next line. To do so, I'm going to this that container that query selector like this, and then now not the chat conversation, it should be the chat with the login, yeah, that message. Okay, and then here in a, oh no, come on, HTML equal data. Okay, now what I want you to do, I want you to make sure you got all the semicolon, you don't forget anything. Let me bring this everything up, make sure. Let's see if we got everything or we got more. Let's see, we got this is for else, we have this close. Yeah, we forgot to add the semicolon. Remember to after this closing, put a semicolon here. I want you to put a semicolon here as well. And let me bring this up, and we got this one up. Okay, and this is it, guys. This is the last block of code, and this is the last block of code. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to save everything and run the program to see what what's the output is. Okay, and now Let's go back, save, go to file, save all, and go to the browser, refresh it, click OK. As you can see, let me decrease this 100, 110. Yeah. Now, as you can see, we close it. The X, we can close it, but there is something. We got an error message. It's supposed to. We're not supposed to get this. We're supposed to get the form display normally. Okay. I want you to go back, open your, go back to your code. Go back to your code and open live your CSS file. Okay. Go back to your code and open your CSS file. Here's my CSS file. Open it and check the form, because when you click on the app, see, it's not displayed, the form's not displayed correctly. Okay, open live support chat.css and let me find out for the form where we got this is okay, header, okay, this is the tab, because we're on the tab. This is the tab. When you click, let me show you 1 second. When you click, this is the tab. It's not working properly. Okay, and live support chat.css, open it. I want you to fix something where we got the error before, where we were creating the CSS file on line 106 for me. Line 106. Chat widget tab. Okay, and where it says display flex and flex grow, it's not supposed to be flex grow, it's supposed to be flex flow. I want you to fix it. Instead of grow, put flow, and remove gr, put fl, like this. It's supposed to be online. This block of code right here, okay, look at it, see 100%, 100, we got 200%. Remember, it's supposed to be flex flow instead of flex grow. Okay, that's one. And I want you to scroll down again on this line block of code. For me, on line 123, okay, starting from line 23, where it said flex grow, I want you to fix that again. It's supposed to be flex flow. Remove gr, put fl. It's supposed to be flex flow. And okay, let me make this bigger for you so that you can see, oops, what I'm talking about. Online, remember online, this is where I've started, and then line 120, this block of code is supposed to be flex flow, not flex grow. This is okay. And I want you to scroll down for me, and let me increase this again. Scroll down. Yeah, online started this block of code here. Okay, line started for me line 163. I want you to fix this. We have two flex grow. The first flex grow should be flex flow. Remove gr, put fl, like this. The first one should be flex flow, and the second one is flex grow. Leave this one as it is. Okay, now go back and say save all, program save all, and go to our web browser, refresh it. Remember to remove all the clear the browser cache. Okay, I clear mine, and then go ahead and refresh the page again, and then now you can see, now we got the form display properly inside of the app. Okay, but remember we said something here, an operator will assist you soon. We have to get this message in green, display in green right here. To do so, we can close it, as you can see, open, close, open, and click, close. Go back to our code. Now I want you to go open your uh, your JavaScript file, live support chat.js. I want you to open your JavaScript file. Oops. Okay. I want you to open your JavaScript file. Open your JavaScript file and scroll up. I want you to scroll up and start. Okay, this is the first line of code. I want you to scroll down right now. For me, online, this is where it said display widget template right here. Okay, where it said display widget template. On for me, started online. This, as you can see, you see this block of code here. On this line, let me show you. On line 38, right here. Okay, on line 38, this is where you pass the message where they say an operator will assist you soon, and this is on line 38 for me. Okay, on line 38 right here, let me increase this. On line 38, as you can see, line 38 started from this block right here, display widget. Okay, this is where we are going to pass the message, and then you go from here. When you reach here, after before the closing anchor tag, this is where we are going to say and like this. Okay, I have to decrease this, and operator will, okay, assist. Okay, 1 second. I will assist you soon, period. Okay, this is where I passed the message. This is where I put it, guys. This is where I pass the message, and operator will assist you soon. Now let me increase this. Okay, now let's save everything. Go to file, save all, go back to our browser, refresh it, and click. Okay, as you can see, this is the message, and operator will assist you soon. You can put anything you want, but me, this is why I put an operator will assist you soon. Okay, now you add everything here, your name. You can put any name, you put your email address, and you click on submit. As you can see, please fill out this field, so you cannot submit the form without filling out the everything. You put your name and your email address, and then that's okay. That's really cool. Okay, guys, so and let me go back to go down again in case you did not finish the last part of the code here. Okay. Alright, guys, this is where I'm going to stop for part 4. We created the app. We opened the tab, the form inside of the app of the widget, and yeah, this is pretty cool. This is a great live app chat. This is really powerful. And remember, nowadays people use on your website, on your blog, online, you can add this, and then you can chatting with anybody, your friend, your user, and so on. So thank you once again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to code with me and Jimdel-Edu. I appreciate that, guys. And please subscribe, share this channel, and we want to see the channel growing every single day, get more subscriber, more views. Okay, and thank you. Okay, if you got any error message, please let me know in the comment box, and then I will be glad to assist you to, yeah, and to help you solve your error message. Okay, thank you. See you soon, guys. See you in the next video for part 5. And then in part 5 we will, remember, let me show you, scroll up, we will create all these pages, and authenticator.php, conversation.php, and the find conversation.php, post message.php, notification, log out, and then to continue from there. All right, thank you once again. Thank you. See you in the next one. See you for part. See you guys for part 5. All right. All right. See you. Take care. Bye bye.